This time we'll be looking at the Series 12 figure from DC Universe Classics, Desaad. And Desaad first makes his appearance in the Forever People #2 in 1974. Of course, being one of the Jack Kirby Fourth World characters. And for those of you who may have guessed that from his name, along with most of the Kirby Fourth World characters, they had some sort of play on word name. Desaad is no different. He of course gets his name from the Marquis Desaad, who also gives us the term sadist. And yes, he enjoys inflicting pain on others. He's wearing this device here. I forget what you call it, but it is inspired by his appearance in the Series 2 of the Superpowers toy collection, released in 1985. And if you want to see that figure, there's a great site on toyotter.com /SP, and that'll give you a nice background information on all the Superpowers figures. This does come off. You can see that he holds this controller well, or I should say lead, because these are actually what gives people their shocks. He'll basically hug you like this and shock you, just like a defibrillator machine. And you can slide the whole device off like that, and you can just have like a plain Desaad, very nicely sculpted, and it does allow for articulation, both the abdominal articulation and the waist articulation. There's splits on both sides of the lower robe to aid in the posing of his feet. Again, his things are quite stiff. So I'm not going to force it too much. But that's kind of good, since these guys aren't going to tip over. Sculpted hood here doesn't really hinder his head articulation. Very nice job on that. He still has the full range of motion that or articulation that most DC Universe Classics do. Bicep, arm in and out, around. He's got very limited, because of the way the robes are sculpted, very limited elbow sculpt. His hands do swivel. He's a creep, and very much, if you're Lord of the Rings fans, very much like Grima Wormtongue. And if someone were to play Desaad in a live-action movie, it would probably have to be Brad Dourif, the same actor who played Grima Wormtongue in the Lord of the Rings movies, because he's just really portrays that slimy character really well. His origin is that when he was a kid, Darkseid, still in his previous name as or previous identity as the Prince Uxas, comes to the boy who is crying because his pet bird is missing, and Darkseid tricks the boy into thinking that his cat killed his pet bird, and so he says, well, you should get revenge on the cat for killing the bird. And so the kid, gets riled up, and he gets so angry that he kills the cat. Well, the bird flies back, and the boy realizes that he's killed the cat for nothing, and he gets so angry and so full of hate that he kills the bird too. He leaves his home in New Genesis and joins Darkseid as his apprentice. He plots with Uxas against Uxas's brother Drax. Both Drax and Uxas are after this mysterious power called the Omega Force, and Uxas, or Darkseid, sends in Desaad to spy against Drax. And when Drax is about to discover the secret of this Omega Force, Uxas comes in and takes control over the power, kills Drax, and becomes the gray-skinned, familiar, crag-faced Darkseid. Desaad remains among one of Darkseid's closest operatives, I guess you would say. Darkseid doesn't fear him, but realizes that he's gonna deceive you at every opportunity he can, just because that's in his nature. Yeah, he's, like I said, he's a sadist and a coward, and basically will play people against each other. He will back anyone he thinks that will win. He's possessed a few people, taken over the powers of Firestorm, and then after that, in Final Crisis, he possessed Mary Marvel, just like Darkseid possessed Dan Turpin. And so I guess he's pretty much out of the picture now. If you're a big Superpower fan, it's cool that they included this old, the whole, I guess the shock thing as a nice little touch. If you're a New Gods fan, it's nice to have Desaad. He really breaks up the green and yellow. Nice to get some other colors in there. There is one problem, is that this hand doesn't seem to grip the paddle there as well as the other hand does. This is the base that comes with Desaad. Is the old Superpowers logo. Here you have the little button that came with the figure. I'll have to say that's it, and until my next video, so long.